head on over to Amazon and buy your copy of Trauma Bonded, a true story of navigating attachments forged in complex PTSD by me, Sarah Westbrook. One of the things that I really wanted to focus today is on the micro trauma that occurs with cult-like organizations, or that chronic undue influence, specifically with what does perpetual inadequacy do to our mental well-being over the course of many years. So this would be like a chronic exposure to being perpetually inadequate. And I think that I really want to start with, it's pretty normal for people of all walks of life to have times in their life where they feel like it doesn't matter what they do, it's never good enough. And I want to speak to that and be really gentle and give some trigger warnings here, because I don't want to make this sound like that this only happens within toxic religious systems or high demand religious systems, but rather this is an issue that we encounter, as parents of young children. How often are we forgetting to notice when our children are doing something really well? It's really easy for us as humans to point out all the negative things and not point out the positive things. And so perpetual inadequacy is something that we see across all cultures, across all organizations, and outside of organizations. We're going to see it in a lot of family units, see it in a lot of places of work or employment. And so really, as we listen to this, I would love for our listener to start to identify when they are caught in a toxic cycle of perpetual inadequacy. And we're going to point out some of the symptoms that occur because of this, while we also identify how it shows up in cult-like organizations. So that's our intent. And then, of course, we're going to cover what to do about it when it shows up. So, Mason, Do you want to start, or do you want me to go ahead and start? Or
no, go ahead.
I've been talking for like...
I will start.
Go ahead. I will start.
I will start. I changed my mind.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that.
In Luna Lindsay Corbin's book, Recovering Agency, on
I'm glaring
page
at you.
157, there's a quote near the very top from Marion Stricker, the book, The Pattern of Double-Bind in Mormonism. And this is what it says. It says, "You will never know until the judgment day whether or not you've been good enough."
Oh.
And I kind of wanted to start there because simply I think that is the underlying struggle that goes along with toxic situations, is that you're told that if you're good enough, then the rewards are incredible. The Doctrine and Covenants says eternal life is the greatest gift that God has to give. Mm-hmm. But you're constantly on edge. You work out your salvation with fear and trembling, that kind of thing. You're constantly on edge that am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? And I think that overall the answer is no, I'm not doing enough. And so we're constantly renegotiating or repenting or changing how we're doing things, or just trying to give that much more effort. And it is exhausting, and I think it can be debilitating.